Okay, yeah, yeah. Hello. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Hi. Oh, goodness. I'm late this morning by a couple of minutes. I hope everybody is here. I apologize for being a couple minutes late. It was a kind of a crazy day yesterday. And so I didn't sleep great. So you made the bunny card last year. Good morning. Good morning, Rhonda Blower. It's not Blower, it's Rhonda Blower. And I apologize for mispronouncing it all this time, Rhonda. Good morning to Leslie, Shirley, Mary Jane, Sherry, Janice, and others that are coming on. Good morning to you all. Today we're going to do, it's Friday, so we're going to do Friday freebies um, and it's plural, from our friends over at Dreaming Tree. I don't know if you've had a chance of doing a Dreaming Tree file before, but they're a lot of fun. They're um, they're pretty unique, and they have a ton of free SVG files that you can download and upload then into Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to kind of take you through all the steps on what you have to do, and then you can decide which of these three cards, or maybe all three of these cards, that you want to do. The most recent card that they've come out with is this one, the Easter Lilies card that's on my screen. But I wanted to show you uh, that they keep their free SVGs alive as free for ever, I guess. And so if you ever are just wanting to get some ideas or inspiration, you can just sort of scroll through these files and use them for what they were intended, or perhaps not. So, for example, this is a beautiful bag. Um, but maybe you don't need a spring bag. Maybe you need something for the fall, so you could change up the colors. Some of these are great for that. Here's a gift card box that is in Christmas colors. And so, you don't have to put it in Christmas colors. So I've often gone back here and looked for different things. But it's getting close to Easter, so I thought that we would do an Easter card. But then I remembered that there are several, like quite a few Easter, springtime projects. Here's a place setting in a little tulip basket, which is nice. We've done some of these already, but just nice to kind of browse through and see what they've got here. And so let's see, there's this one here that I'm going to show you a little bit about. So this is the carrot card, and you see this is all of their free stuff. Now, to get to their website, you have to type their website address, which is 3dsvg.com. This is adorable. We've done this in the past, the daffodil. There's some napkin rings and place cards, so there's quite a few. And then if we go even further from when they began, there's this adorable bunny card. And the thing that's great about these cards is, one, or about these projects, I should say, one, Leo, who's the guy that runs Dreaming Tree with his other folks there, but Leo's the one that he creates videos for, kind of like these videos, but they're not live, but all videos, even for the freebies. And I think a lot of people, when they go to some other websites, and even when they purchase a file, they sometimes have a hard time figuring out some of the details. And so that's just wonderful that the videos are there. The other thing that they offer, even with the freebies, is this. It's a supplies list. So this comes in your download, even if you get the freebie. This is super helpful when you're uploading a file. And so the other thing that I just kind of want to point out is, about every 3 weeks, sometimes a little sooner depending on the time of year, but about every 3 weeks, they come out with a free gift. And the free gift consists of usually 3 files, and then there's a coordinating file that goes with it. So this one is the free gift. It's a bundle. It's called Hippity Hoppity SVG. So if you want this free gift or you want something else, you would just go over here. I want to point this out because this is how I purchase. I go to bundles, you see, and then I can see, because I'm logged in, I can see which bundles I do not own. And if I go through this, you're going to see I own just about every bundle that's ever come out. And sometimes it's a little hard uh, because I'm looking for something I haven't purchased, because that's the thing. Let's say you like the brand new gift and you want to get it, then you have to buy $9.99 worth of stuff, which is usually like one. So what I do is I'll buy a bundle and then maybe find something else, such as one piece. Like if I just wanted to do this windmill, I can buy the windmill separately, but it's definitely cheaper if you buy it as a bundle. So that's what happens. And then once you put those in your cart, you can then choose free gift and log out. Now, if you're just buying, in quotation marks, buying the free gifts, the free files. So there's a difference between the SVG files that are free and the free gift, is what I'm trying to get at. So once you decide on the free SVG files that you want, let's say you want to choose this one. Now, I already own this one, and it told me that on the side. So if I put add to cart and then I go to the cart, it will tell me that I already own it. At least it should. Oh, okay. I gotta maybe log in. I am logged in. Save this. And I think that I own that file. Yeah, see, it says owned right here. I think that's really useful because I get confused sometimes as to what I own, because I don't make these files right away. Because sometimes, I'm like, oh, I'll grab that free file and I'll do that, in a couple weeks. So sometimes I've forgotten. Now, once you own it, and that includes the free stuff, but once you own it, you're going to go to your account and check here under downloadable products, and you will see every item that you've purchased, and that includes the free items, right? Every item that you've purchased. Some of them are in bundles, and some of them are just the individual ones. And if, for instance, you didn't download them, that's the part that you have to remember to do. You can come back here and find what you're looking for. It's alphabetical. So once you download them, and I'm just going to sit here, I'm going to go over here to the download file. I'm going to download it. And then I'm going to go check my download file. Now, this is different for everyone. I work on a Mac. So mine comes down as downloads, and it's usually unzipped when mine comes down. So here are my downloads, and you can see this is the most recent one, the one at the top. Okay. And what you'll find is when you click on that, you usually find one, sometimes two folders, and then a PDF, sometimes a GIF. So let's have a look at, for instance, the carrot card, which is right here. And the carrot card has, oh, I'm sorry, it's not a GIF, it's a JPEG. So it's just a picture, so you can get a real good solid look at real nice up close look at what it's going to look like. You can see here that this has been inked here and inked around here, and then also embossed, and then there are some embellishments on there and also on the envelope. And all of these files, by the way, do come with an envelope. So once you have a look at this file, you'll also see this, which is the PDF. Okay, this is what I was telling you about. It's a supplies list. Every one of the Dreaming Tree files comes with a supply list, and it actually tells you all the different colors and which of the SVG files, because these come all separated, which is a little bit of a pain, I will admit. It'd be nice if we could upload them all at once, but I understand why they do this, and I'm glad that they give the PDF so that we can kind of see. So once you've downloaded it, you're going to go, let's just get out of here. I'll start with a new canvas. So let's say we downloaded that carrot card and we want to upload it into Design Space because it's a two-step process. We start with a blank canvas and we're going to go right here where it says upload. There's like a little arrow. And we're going to click on that, and you'll see here, this is sort of the upload staging area. So these here are my most recent uploads. You can see this is, I just want to show you this as an example. This upload is a huge upload from SVG Cuts. And what they do is they put all of their SVGs all in one upload, which is fine. And it makes it easier to upload the whole, file. This is their Balsam Manor, which is it's a giant house. But and then you'll see some of these smaller things. These are Laurie Whitlock files, right? But the way that the folks at Dreaming Tree do this is that you hit upload image, you do browse, and then you're going to navigate to your downloads file and find in your downloads. You probably won't have as many downloads as I do, but I'm finding here the one that says carrot card. Okay. And let's see, I can pull it down a little bit further. I don't think I can. All right. So instead of the PDF and the JPEG, I'm going to go for this part where it says SVGs. And you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors here, 7 different, and they're colored. So cricket, white, carrot, key lime, tangerine, lilac, and butter. They're colors based on the color scheme of what is it? Is it American cardstock? I think it's AC cardstock. And then you also sometimes see this, which is an extra file. And when you go in here, you'll find the envelope usually. So these things are not the envelope. And then you also find sometimes this print to cut. That's what he calls print then cut. And then also, if you really like solid score lines, he does provide solid score lines for all of the elements. So you would then take and you would open up each one of these. And that's what I do here is I use this to make sure that I'm bringing in every piece of this file. So I have to bring it in individually. It does take a little bit of time, but it's to maintain the integrity of the file. Sometimes when files are uploaded all at once, there's a problem with sizing. So this is why they do it this way. So here I am pulling together all of the pieces for this file. And let me just finish up here. There's lilac and then the last one. Now you would do the same technique for all 3 of these cards. I don't need to demonstrate this for all 3. And I'm going to actually go in here to the extra file and choose the envelope here. And there are 2 pieces to the envelope. There's the envelope and then there's the flap. Okay, so now I have actually almost all of it, but I want to actually go into the extras file. So I'm going to go back here a little bit. I might have to go back here. All right, where's my carrot card again? Carrot card, SVG, extras. print to cut. All right. I'm going to actually choose the print to cut SVG. There's two here. There's a PNG and an SVG. I'm going to choose the SVG, and then I'm going to bring that in. So now you look at this sort of staging area, and these are all the pieces that we need. So we're going to click on them all, and so that they have the green square around them. And then we're going to hit add to canvas. Hi, Alexis. How are you, honey? And so it's going to take a minute because all of these are sort of importing into my canvas. But once they get in here, there are a couple of things that you have to do. So because this is an outside designer, they use a dash cut line to create the scoring. If you prefer to use your scoring wheel or scoring stylus, you have to import the solid score lines, which are in the extra folder. The reason for that is that this is actually a cut line. So if you were to change this square around the envelope to being a cut line, a score line, it would actually make your score line very jaggedy. It wouldn't work out. That's why they provide the solid score lines there. But for now, we're going to use the dash cut lines as scoring, but we have to attach them. So any part of this file that has more than one piece, so the envelope has the scoring, it's really that dash cut line, and the piece, we're going to have to attach it. All right, so we'll go down here to where there is a paper clip, and we're going to hit attach. And you'll notice that it does say up here attach. So if, for instance, you are just kind of looking down here and you see here this green element, it doesn't have a second piece, but or this one, this one, this one, these are all individual, but this one, which is the main piece, needs to be attached. So there we go. Now let's talk about this. So this is actually a it's listed as print and cut. So what we want to do is ungroup this, and I'm just going to take this piece out because I already uploaded this piece, which is, it's white, and this I'm going to cut out in vinyl. Okay, so you do need to make that. If you don't do that, then you'll end up with a print and cut element that you don't want. Okay, so one thing about this card is that the greeting is on the front and there's no greeting in the middle. So I did indeed add a greeting to mine. So here's my carrot card. And so here you go. So I put a little, embellishments. I use foam dots. I'm going to show you how to put this together. But I added a sentiment to the inside of the card. What I did that was wrong was I added the sentiment to the actual base of the card, but until afterwards I realized this is going to be the panel that's on the inside. So what we'll do is we'll add the sentiment that I came up with, because it's a carrot card. So I wrote Happy Easter to some bunny special who is loved bunches. Okay, so we're going to take this card and we're going to hit the T over here for text, and then you see there's our text box. There's our text box up here. I'm going to erase the word text, and I will type in happy Easter to some bunny special. I don't have to do the whole thing. And so there's my text box. And if I want to, I can change this to a writing style, because I do. So I'm going to go up here to the fonts, and I am going to filter out the fonts. see right here, filters. I'm going to choose writing. And then I'm going to decide which one I like. I want an upper and lowercase one. So some of these, they're cool, but they're not what I'm looking for. And so let's see, what did I choose? I think I chose a DTC file. This one I think I chose. It's called DTC Lemonade Script. So let's choose that. Once I choose that, you'll see that it has changed it to script. Happy Easter to some bunny special. I still want to align this to center and resize this. So that it can be on the inside of my card, and also I'll have a space to sign it. So once I find that, oh, Happy Easter to somebody special, I'm going to then resize it. And then once I have it resized, I'm going to select both that backing and the writing, and I am going to hit attach down here again. So you have to attach things to each other, and you can do that like cuts like we did here, or you can attach your writing, or you can also attach scoring. Now this will be cut out from vinyl, so you don't have to worry about this. But if you have a Maker 3 or an Explorer 3 and you want to cut it out of smart vinyl, which is what I did, when you go to make it, you need to, you can choose either multiple ways, or as I generally do, is I choose on mat, because I know most of this is going to be cut out in paper on a mat. And then I will go down here and look for my sentiment right there. And you see on the left-hand side, it says it's on the mat, but I'm going to change that to without mat. So if you have a 3 and you have the choice of mat or no mat, and this also, I guess, applies to the Joy, although I don't think this project can be cut on a Joy unless you resize it. So this is so that you can cut smart materials, okay? Multiple ways. So Deborah's asking, what's multiple ways? So multiple ways is, let's cancel out of this, is you want to be in control of which way it's going to be cut. Is it going to be cut with a smart material, which means no mat, or is it going to be cut with any material on a mat? Okay, that's the only difference there. So when you have a 3, you will have that choice. Okay, if I chose without mat accidentally, I would have to actually go into each one of these mats and change it to on mat. And in that case, because I have 9 mats here, I would probably just cancel out and start over again. All right. So this is the process that you would take for any of the files from Dreaming Tree, whether you paid for them or you didn't. And I want to just show you, these are the 3 cards. So this one is the card for the Easter Bunny. Isn't it adorable? And actually, I did this one wrong, so I'm going to show you the correct way to do it. But this is the Easter Bunny card that it's really cute. The bunny is sort of popping out, and there it has its own envelope. And then this is the Easter Lily card, which I think is gorgeous. And it features this gorgeous Easter lily and then Happy Easter on the inside. So these 2 actually had a sentiment on the inside. It was only the carrot one that didn't. So I added a sentiment to that. So I'm going to show you how to put these together now. And let's bring you down here so we can do that. Also, before we get started, I want to tell you that if you watched both the or if you watched one like the pop-up card that we did, this one here, and you wanted the file, I did post the file, and that includes the sentiments that I added, okay, and including the print and cut on the front. So I did post that file for you. And also yesterday I posted a file for all of the stickers that I formatted from Miss Kate. Okay, so then why don't we start with the carrot card. We are going to need, well, we are going to need a few things to put these together. We are going to need, eventually we're going to need a black pen, a gel pen. And I also am using some embellishments. I'm going to show you my embellishments. They're such a mess. You're going to need a little bit of transfer tape and then also foam dots if you want them. Okay, so let's put together this one first. Let's see, where's our example. So there's our example. And again, I could have inked these pieces, and so could you. So it's up to you, but I didn't have time to ink them. But I did use these foam dots to make that carrot stick out a little bit. Okay. So to put this together, let's start with the envelope and get it out of the way. So the envelope is just, all right, what's wrong with you? Okay. Yes, I will make sure that those files are in YouTube. I think I posted them on Facebook. It was a really busy day yesterday. I don't, you know, I don't think I did everything I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to. Okay, so the envelope just folds like this, and you can either use double stick tape or you can use glue. I think I'll use glue just to, if I can get this glue to work. Just gonna put it up here on the sides if I can get my glue to work, and if I can't, then, well, you know what, we'll just use double stick tape. So this double stick tape is something I got at Amazon, and it's really inexpensive. You can buy like a 10 pack of it on Amazon. You can also buy it at Dollar Tree. Don't buy the expensive stuff. It's really just kind of not worth it. It's just tape. And I just never, I never could understand why people would buy the more expensive stuff. Anyway, so that's what we do to close up the envelope. But you see that there's an opening here. So it overlaps here. So we are going to need to get our glue going on this. So we're going to use the smaller glue. Make sure you don't put it all the way, or I guess it's okay if you put it all the way to the edge, right? Because it overlaps just like that. Okay. And we have to embellish it with a little jewel, and that's where I'm going to show you this. So I have several tubs of jewels that I've collected over the years, and some of them are like little buttons, and some of them are these just little jewels, and I just have collected them. These are loose. They're not sticky. So this is how I chose to sort of use them. But every time you go looking for one, you have to go digging. And so if that's not your cup of tea, maybe you have a better way to do that. So I usually just kind of like spill a little bit out, and then I find the jewel I want to use, like this. I could use this one and put that in the middle. That one looks good. Now remember, if you're going to mail this, the postal service does not like when you have things on the outside of your envelope, and they may ask that you pay extra for hand canceling, and so I would suggest that you do that. Otherwise the envelope will get messed up, because in their automated system, it will get caught, and then your card will be ruined. So there you go. And if you're not mailing it, then you can embellish all you like. So there's the envelope. Let's do the card. So again, if I were doing this over, I would have put the sentiment on this piece, but I didn't. So here is this piece. So if you're going to do this, use this little piece and add as a sentiment. In this case, what I could do if I wanted to is I could use this on the front, but it's going to cause a little bit of problem because this is very well measured. And so you have to be sort of cognizant of the size. So here we go. So this basically is 2-piece carrot, and they're sort of touching at the bottom, and then you've got the one in the middle like this, and this is where you would ink them if you wanted. And then you're going to I have this little piece of, I use I use I use masking tape on my mats when they lose their stick. There's nothing wrong with doing that, by the way. I think somebody was like, no, you can't do that. It's like, why not? They do it when you have a product that is, or sorry, when you have a material that is too thick and you want to make sure it sticks. So I do it now all the time, so to prolong the life of my mats. Plus, I don't clean my mats as regularly as I should, so that's how I get around cleaning them, because I'm lazy or busy or whatever I want to do. So again, you could ink these pieces individually. You could emboss. If I had time, I would have gotten out my Empress, because I still am like infatuated with that and I want to play. But things have just been so crazy busy. Speaking of crazy busy, today is the 1st of April, and we are going to be starting a brand new month of giveaways. I will post them this weekend, and it will run the same way that we did it in March, because I think that was really successful. People felt like they they had a longer opportunity time to put their names in. We had 5 wonderful winners, and it worked out really well. We had Penny, Leo, Rhonda, uh, Blower. I'm going to say it right, Rhonda. And who else do we have? Heather, Faye Davis. We had, oh, my brain. Dawn Greenwood and Babs. How could I forget Babs? So, so we had a lot of really great winners. And if you are one of those 5 people, just know that your packages are actually on their way to you. I don't know how long it's going to take, because it kind of depends on how close you are. They do get mailed out from different places from Cricket, I should say. And then I actually had a little tiny bit left over, so I picked another winner, Kelly Klein with a C, and she's going to be receiving something that is sent out. I just haven't picked it out yet. Just a small prize. Now, I just want to kind of remind you that if you are a winner of a big prize in the past 6 months. And a big prize to me is anything that is retail value of $100 or more. So $50 prize, not so much. So like we had some people who did who won. We had one person who won in October, but it was a very small prize. So they are able to win. Okay. And so you have to sort of police yourself a little bit if you feel like, oh, I already won. So you can of course, continue to promote, and I'm very happy that you do. But let's leave some space for other people to win, because it's important that everybody gets a chance. So I think that that's a good sort of way to sort of curtail it. Now, it doesn't preclude you from winning in any of the other product experts, and each product expert runs their program the way that they want to run it. And this, having done this now for a couple of years, this is how I choose to do it. So here is the sentiment: Happy Easter. And so it's not regulated, say, by Cricket, just so that you know, in case you're wondering. So that means somebody could hop on over to I don't know, Abby's site or Carol's site or Angie, and enter. And as long as you enter the way that they want you to enter and you win, you can win that, even if you won from me. But you can't win from me unless, if you've already won something, it takes 6 months. And it's sort of a police yourself kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you, no, don't enter, but it's sort of a police yourself kind of thing. So anyway, and let's see. And so, as we were talking about, kind of, it's April 1st today. And so starting this weekend, we will have the giveaway for the month of April. I'm also starting this month a cutie giveaway for my friends that are patrons. So every month, well, until I run out of cuties, I guess, I am going to pick a winner from my Patreon people, my Patreon pledges, and one person will win a Cricket cutie, and I'll announce that at the end of the month as well. So we'll have sort of this duplicate of what we did yesterday. Yes, and my Patreon, if you aren't a Patreon patron and you want to get in on that cutie giveaway, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com, and then you can find me by looking up Miss Rita to the Rescue, or you can actually do patreon.com/Miss Rita to the Rescue 1. And that's how you get in there. And the pledge right now, I think I'm going to actually lower the pledge to $2, so that more people can feel comfortable. So it's a $2. Right now it's $5. So I'm going to give you the option. You could probably switch. If you're a $5, you can switch down. And I'm actually going to create like tiers, so that if you want to support me, what Patreon does is it supports me in my endeavors. So every month, you get, you pledge like $5, let's say, and you can cancel at any time, but you pledge $5, and each month at the first of the month, Patreon will charge your card. Now, some people don't want to do it that way, and I totally get it. So that's okay. But each month, like, basically they charge the cards, they take their fee, and then they give us the rest. And usually what I do with that Patreon money is I buy supplies. So the more patrons I get, the more supplies I could get. So if you like the fact that we do all kinds of different projects, and you want to see things like sublimation and special things, anything that's not a Cricut project, then you will be excited to know that that I use the money to buy supplies. So it benefits you and also benefits me. Thank you. You save me money every month. I'm looking for something to put on these flowers. Let's see. I think they have to be small. What about blue? No, not blue. Let's try pink. Pink looks cute. So I got to find two. Yeah, there's pink. So it does benefit me, but it's entirely voluntary, and I am still going to provide you with these projects, and so I don't want to make it so that you have to pay to get a hold of projects, because some people, for whatever reason, just can't get or just can't do it, and so I don't want to make it so that some people are left out. Okay, so I haven't explained anything I'm doing. I think you're just watching. um Your craft room has a bathroom. Well, mine's actually at the end of my house, so I guess but if there was a time when I was going to move my studio into upstairs. I live in what's called a cottage or a bungalow, so all of our main rooms are on the same floor. So, like my bedroom, kitchen, living room, they're all on the same floor. And I have an attic, and it's very, very large, but there's no bathroom up there. And at one time, I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to move up there. And then I thought, well, what do I do if I have to go to the bathroom? And so eventually, I will have another bathroom up there, and I can either move up there or I can have my bedroom up there. And so that sort of was the goal. Then as I've lived in this house over 20 years. So then I had the idea, well, maybe I should move downstairs, but my son likes to hang out down there with his friends and watch TV. So that didn't work, but that's my basement. I used to do my soaping business from there. So I'm on this floor now, this main floor now. Let's see. Let me tell you a little bit about upcoming months. So, obviously it's almost Easter, which is why we're doing this freebie, or these freebies, I should say. And so Easter's on the 17th. So we got another couple of weeks before Easter. So I figured let's get the cards done first, because then people can get them in the mail. And then we'll do other things like, perhaps little like projects for Easter. So there you go. There's the first card done. And again, you can do whatever you want. If you want to ink, if you want to emboss, there you go. And if you're looking for a way to close an envelope, you can use a little bit of double stick tape just like that and take it off, and it makes it easy to come off. Okay. But again, remember, if you're going to put an embellishment here that has like some, what do you call it? Like bulk to it, and you're going to try to mail this, you have to have it hand canceled, or else you run the risk of ruining that. Okay, so let's do the bunny one next, because it's so cute. So here is the bunny. I'm going to get my bunny card, and as I mentioned, when we did this, when I showed you this, I actually did it wrong. So I'm going to show you how to do it right. And I also embellished with like a button and a few little of my blingy bling things. So let's get started on that one. So we'll start with the envelope first, as we always do. I like this envelope. It's a nice one-piece envelope, and it's pretty. So we're going to just fold at all those score lines, and you can either use the double stick tape or you can use glue, but you close up the two sides here. Let's use the double stick tape. You know what? I think I'll use a double stick tape, but then I'm going to also add a little tiny bit of glue for the edges because I really want it to be nice and crisp. So there we go. Where's my other glue? So I'm going to just put a little tiny bit of glue on this edge here because I do want it to be nice and crisp. And there's no saying you can't mix and match your adhesives. Why? Why not? So, okay, so, and then we're going to roll right on into spring, like big time spring. So we're going to be doing some spring projects. There's Mother's Day coming up. There's graduations coming up. So we've got a lot going on there with just different ideas and things to do. So I hope you're going to continue to join me. Obviously, you know, during the summertime, not as many people come on, but we still have a lot of fun, and we, you know, enjoy having this time together. And then we start doing date nights a little more frequently. Of course, in April, we'll have our Zoom meeting as well. So there's the envelope. So cute, right? You don't need to add an embellishment to this one. All right. So here is this card. So this card is the base. There's the base. And he's actually what? Upside down. Yes, he's upside down. I like this card. And then you'll see here, these are a lot of little tiny pieces for the face and stuff, but it's basically going to be layered like this. But we're going to put some pop dots here to kind of give it a little bit of a like a realistic kind of thing there. So let's put this one on here first. I also wanted to show you a pad of paper that I got at Michael's. Really pretty. And I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate it into these cards, but I only used this one here. This one, this green one came in that card. So here we go. And we're going to put some pop dots there. These are thin, so if I really wanted to make it like thicker, I could actually double them up, but I'm not gonna today because that takes twice as long, right? So here we go. So Santa's home from the DR, and which is good because everything sort of falls apart when he is gone. And he was telling me all about he has farm animals. He has a farm out there, and so he has pigs. Although the pigs got some sort of virus and they all died. Sad. And he's got cows and chickens and dogs, and tried to introduce a cat, but the dog was like, no way. And then he's a grower. So he grows like, he works with the city or the township or whatever it is. And they actually pay for the crops and he grows them for them. So it's kind of cool how that works. I thought that was a kind of a cool way how that works. So they say, well, we need something, whatever. I think in his case, he's done different things, one of them being cacao, which is, I think, chocolate. So that's cool. And they give him the plants, he plants them, and he has people that work for him, obviously, and plants them and grows them. And then when they're ready to be harvested, he harvests them and he turns them in and they pay him the rest of the money or something like that. I don't know. He's a farmer, but he's also a like an electrician too. So I think I might have put this on sort of a little bit off base. You won't do that. So let's turn the card around and get our pan and put the little pieces on. I have to find the little pieces here, but it's got cheeks. And I hope that I have both pieces and a little tiny nose, which, oh man, I hope that I've got all these pieces. Normally I keep them all together in a little box, but I was doing this. And is this what I need? This one here. Yep. There's that. So there are the little cheeks. And there's a teeny tiny nose, which I'm not seeing here. So we might have to pencil it in. All right. So I'm going to pick this up with my little pick 'em ups tool. Put a little bit of glue on that ear and place it down here. There we go. And there's actually little cutouts right here on this card that will tell you where to put the cheeks. There we go. And then where's the nose? Nose, where are you, nose? Oh, there it is. Yay. There's my little nose. It's very tiny. I'm just going to choose a little space right here to be where the nose is going to go. It's very tiny. Okay, so there's the nose, and then we're going to take our little pan and we're going to bring down straight, just like this, and we're going to go J and then this way. When I was doing this, I was reminded when I was a kid, I loved to draw Easter bunnies. Loved it. And just, this is a very typical looking Easter bunny. Now, I don't know where that other ear is. I'm sure I'll find it along the way. But there is the bunny. And now we're going to work on the hi. So here is the H. And there's the I, but there's no like dot above the I. So I found this little guy that I thought would work out good because it's purple. And there's our hi. What did I just do with that? Meh. All right. So, Now, you could spend a lot of time watching Leo's videos. He's very, very particular. I'm not that kind of crafter. I like the fact that it sometimes looks a little messed up because it shows that it's handmade. And it's just a card. So, but he's very, very particular. He's so funny. Very, very particular about like how the card goes together. So there is a hi, and we are going to glue this little doohickey, this little gem, which I'm not doing it right. There we go. There we go. Okay. I did not do that right, but you will. You will. All right. So then up here goes a really cute little flower, and that flower needs something on the middle and the stamen. So I'm going to use a button. I think that would be cute. And, you do whatever you want to do, because this is what it's all about, expression, freedom of expression, whatever works for you. You may decide to choose totally different colors, and that is okay, friends. It's okay. All right. So there also are, you can put little flowers down here if you want, but that is the front of the card. Now let's talk about the inside of the card, which I put these here, but that's okay. I think I have to get them off because I don't want that card to stick. So let's do this. We'll work on the inside pieces. Here are the inside pieces. There's the other ear. So the inside pieces are these two pieces and then these flowers that get put in place. So there we go. I'm going to put that sort of right here, and those flowers are supposed to, yep, they just kind of pop in place right there. And it's up to you if you want to put some gems there, but you have the orange peeking out. So it's not necessary if you don't want to do that. Okay, so there's that piece. And I'm running out of time. I thought I could, whiz through these, but apparently I didn't. But it's Friday, so I'm assuming that people have a little bit more time on their hands. And I'm going to put this little thing here. I'll try to speed up. So wondering what you guys are doing this weekend. I am still going to be cleaning. I've got floors to take care of that are just a mess. When you have a lot of animals, which I do, I think, each dog has 4 paws and there's 3 dogs. So that's 12 paws running around, and they come in from the, outside, and they've got mud and snow and everything. It just ruins the floors, but kind of worth it. I remember way back talking to somebody about you have to, it's a toss up, like when you have an animal or kids, even, you kind of make that decision that you're just not going to be as clean as you once were. And I remember having that conversation with the guy, and he said, I choose the dog every time. Okay, so this is the way it is supposed to go. So this area, supposedly, you're supposed to use to stamp. What I did was I put it here, but then it showed orange in the back. So then I put it there, and it showed the yellow. It's up to you, obviously. Nothing wrong with doing it that way. But I'll do it the way that they demonstrated. Okay. This, and I guess you could sign it, but then you're going to be able to see through there. I don't understand that. So I think if I were the one that was creating this card, I would probably have a background for this. And also do note that because I put these foam pieces here, I got to take them out, or else the front is going to stick to the back. So come on, there we go. Oof. There we go. But you'll know better not to do this like I did. Or you'll put a piece there that will cover it. Okay? So there's that card, and here's the envelope for it. Again, you can put like little flowers there too if you want. Last up is our this one, which is a beautiful card and the most recent one. So this is what it looks like. And there's the inside. Happy Easter. It's just a layering card. So let's have a look at that. All right. So here's the envelope. Whoops. We're going to fold it at all the score lines. Okay. Turn it inside out, and then find the piece that goes in there. There's the flap, all right? So you have a choice now. You know, you can do all three or one of them, but they are pretty simple to do. And if you have a couple of folks to send out cards to, that would be, these are great options. I can imagine sending that the bunny one to a child would really like it. Or maybe the carrot one. But this one is a little more serious, and could also, if you wanted to, put a prayer card in there, or maybe you could add a sentiment to the inside besides the Happy Easter, kind of like what we did for the pop-up card, right? I love lilies. Lilies are one of my favorites. I can't say they're my favorite because I have too many favorites. They're one of my favorites. I especially like stargazer lilies, but a lot of people don't like them. They smell too strongly. But an Easter lily doesn't have all that much of a scent to it, but they are beautiful, looking like trumpets. So there's that. Now there are these little pieces that go on there. We'll come back to it because it's in this pile of stuff. So here's the basic card. And again, you could, if you wanted, you could either use this on the inside or on the outside. I'm using it on the inside, and this I'm going to use on the outside. Inside, outside. And you'll see here on the inside there are little cutouts here so you can position your sentiment, the Happy Easter sentiment, in there. So let's get this together. Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't want to be trapped in a room with a stargazer lily, but I do love that fresh. It's a very pungent smell. Yeah, no, I for like outdoors, it's really nice for if you're having like a luncheon or something outdoors, because the breeze comes along and you can smell the fragrance, but probably not in a hospital room or something, you know. So, but I've noticed that the Easter lilies don't really have that much of a smell. I think they're just bred so that they are white and big, like trumpets, you know. Here we go. So that's the outside. Let's work on the inside. I mean, sorry, that's the inside. Work on the outside. This paper was from a very old cardstock pack from Die Cuts with a View. So you can use anything. I was looking for something sort of sedate for the color. You don't have to use a patterned, but I think it does really look nice for this card. And I wish I could tell you can still get that paper, but I don't think that you can. So it doesn't really make sense for me to tell you and show you that paper pad. So let's go ahead and place this. I have to get outside, and you know, we had snow this week, so I guess I'm not going to beat myself up, but I have to get outside and clean up my peony garden. It's very messy, and I have the most gorgeous, and it's not me. They were here when I got here, and I just propagated them, but they're so gorgeous. But they're messy at the end because you have to really deadhead them really well. And I didn't this past year. I was so busy. And I'm going to use these little, these ones are adhesive, but the adhesive really isn't that strong. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue here. And again, I'm going to use my tweezers. Come on, tweezers, if they help. There you go. Isn't this fun? I just couldn't think of anything better to be doing with my free time. Really, seriously. I mean, I suppose exercising, but I just love the, I don't know, there's a sereneness to doing this, I think, and really gives you, just you can kind of relax when you do it. If you're all tensed up, then it might not be the hobby for you. But for me, it's very serene and lovely. Also, I did mention that in April we're going to do a lot more iron on, because I have some really cool iron on things to show you, including things to iron on. What else? We're going to do stencils, removable stencils. We did regular stencils, but I'm going to do removables. All right, let's see what else we got here. So we did the envelope, and then this piece is the front. So you'll see here, we have all of these little pieces. Now it's not a perfect square, so make sure you're facing them correctly. So this goes like this, this, and then this, just like that. And we're going to glue those all together, and then they'll get placed onto this gold. I think we'll do a little bit of the pop dots on that piece to give it kind of like almost like a plaque effect, which is really interesting. I'm using glue on these pieces because they're intricately cut. And when you use glue, do be sure to just use a little bit, okay? Because you don't want the glue squeezing out from the back side of your piece. It would just kind of ruin it. If you do, you can pick it up, and I can show you how to do that. But if you have something that sort of is coming out from the sides, you can use, a little pick or your True Control knife or whatever, and sort of get it squeezed out. All right. Oh yeah, I also remember I finally got those 3 mystery boxes that I missed. I didn't, and they finally came. So there were some really cool things in those that I want to spend some time. So in case you guys got that, any one of those, I think it was like the cool, calm, and collected. And what was the other one? The Easter basket or Easter egg hunt or something like that. And then there was another one. Oh, graffiti and glow sticks. That's all the, the hot neon colors type of thing. So you'll do a better job than I will, because see, I didn't line this up. I was in a hurry. But we're going to take and put some pop dots here on the back. Went downtown yesterday to meet with the mayor, and they're having student government. This is student government time. And so I got to meet the student mayor, Mayor Ben, and he got to sit in on our meeting. That was kind of cool. I love that they do that. I don't remember them, but I didn't go to this high school, so maybe it's just for this high school. But that was kind of cool. I guess they they have people shadow all of the government officials and learn their roles, what they do in a day, that sort of thing. Pretty cool. So I saw Mayor Ted. That's our regular. Isn't that funny? I have a dog name with the same name as our mayor, but he's Edward, and Teddy Bear is Theodore. So there we go. So Theodore Edward Bear is Teddy Bear, and our mayor is Edward Bear. Edward Bencourt. Sorry, he's not a bear. And then we're going to put this here. We just have a couple more steps to complete this card. I'm trying to get through. Sorry to have taken up so much time. And if it bothers you so much, you know that you can, if you're watching this after the fact and you're saying, well, why is she talking so much? Well, I'm talking because I'm working while I'm talking. So you don't have to just watch it. And you can turn off the sound, not listen to me, and just watch it go along. Or you can fast forward. That's the beauty of this technology. Okay. So there's our card front. And then on the inside, you will see we have this Happy Easter. And you could have done this if you wanted to. You could do this in vinyl, but I wanted to use like the same color paper as I did in the front. So that means that we have to use our precision tip here. And I think I mentioned to you guys that not this month, not April, but in May, I'm going to be getting together with my friends Carol Prevost, who's in Canada, and Abigail Carreo. I think that's her last name. I'm sorry if it's not. And we did at the end of last year, we did do a couple of videos with Melody. And it was great. We had such a fun time. We had giveaways. We did like chatting, and we did all kinds of stuff. And so we decided to do sort of in memory of Melody, who was the one that sort of coordinated that effort. And we're going to do it again in May. And if it's successful, we'll do it again, every couple of months. Maybe we'll invite some of the other product experts. There's quite a few of them now. And there we go. So there is the card. I forgot. This is that piece that's going to go on here. There's actually two pieces. I don't know where the other one went, but it goes on here like this. And there's the trumpet part, wherever that went off to. But this is how that looked. And I just took a little gold pen and I filled in the dots there. Where's my gold pen? So we got a lot coming up, even though people are going to be heading outdoors, and you can obviously catch us on the reruns, replays, or live. It's up to you. So isn't that a gorgeous card? So beautiful. But it's just a paper piecing card. You just have to cut it out with the right colors, and there's very little embellishments, but we did use those embellishments. There's that, and there's our carrot card, and there's our bunny card. Aren't they all adorable? I just couldn't decide, so I'm glad I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, but I'm so glad that we did these. And now I did all three, so now I have 6 cards that I can send out to my family or friends across the mile. So I hope that you have a good time. And yeah, have a great weekend. On Sunday afternoon, later in the day, I am going down to Create and Escape, and we're going to just play. We're going to do some playing. And if I have a chance, because her internet is not super. So that's why we haven't gone back down there. But if we have a chance, I will pop in so you can see us. Pasquale will be there, and Wendy and I, and we'll have a little bit of fun. I want to show them some tricks with alcohol ink, and we're also going to work on those resin keychains because she sounded very interested in learning those. So if I have an opportunity, I'll pop in on Sunday night, but it'll just probably just be, for a minute or two to say hi. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and you get a lot of crafting in or cleaning your house, getting ready for the holidays. And we will see you again with um, a whole new lineup of fun things to do, whether they're paper or otherwise crafts. And just take care of yourselves. All right. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.